Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Retro Gamers Podcast. This is not a repeat. I'm back. Larry here.
What do you mean this is not a repeat? Anthony here.
I don't think it could be a repeat. I don't know.
No, we don't do repeats, do we?
We were for a little. We should do repeats.
We should do. Well, no. What we should do is we take an episode. Like I'll take an episode of you, right, and then I'll just record different answers to what you're talking about. so it's you from episode like 30. I was like, and me in present day, where I'm like, what are you talking about?
That'd be interesting.
I came out 5 years ago. What are you talking about?
I like the sound of that. It'll make it fresh and different.
Yeah. So welcome back.
And very confusing. Thank you.
Welcome back. You were missed the last 2 weeks.
Was I?
No.
Okay.
So thank you, Jack and Rich, for filling in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
I did tell them that you were the one that banned them from the show because of what they did on 250.
I'm pretty sure you were the one that was more upset at that than I was.
I wasn't upset at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's still pieces of that wall that's broken.
Yeah. No. So they came back. Each of them separately.
Yes, they did.
And I thought we had some really good discussions. Jack showed off some cool stuff. Rich and I talked about couch co-op gaming and online gaming and which we prefer. We had a good time. You were not missed.
No. And honestly, I gotta be honest. There were 2 really good episodes. It's almost as if I'm not needed here anymore. I don't know.
You said it, not me.
I'm not going anywhere. But no. All joking aside, yes, no. Jack and Rich, thank you very much for holding down the fort. Jack was there already planned because I was at WrestleMania down in Dallas. Yep. But then Rich was very last minute because coming home from Dallas, oh boy, did I get sick. Was it COVID? We'll never know. But that sucked that weekend. But I'm back, and I'm happy to be back though, because I really do miss doing this with you. And even after a 2-week itch, I don't know what would happen if we stop.
I think if we stop, we just wouldn't make them anymore.
I get duh. So, but yeah, commenting on some of the stuff there from the last couple weeks, kind of get my 2 cents in. First of all, Jack, yes, he is like our resident Mr. Wizard. Yes. When it comes to a lot of this stuff, it's crazy. I think you said it best though. It's like I still don't want to risk the warranty.
Yes, I did say that.
Because you never know. Even though when I returned my Switch to get fixed, they're like, when did you buy it? I'm like, day 1. They're like, yeah, there's no warranty left on that. But still, there's something about keeping the credentials all
label
together.
Intact and everything.
Yes.
Look, because you know what? Like years from now, I want to be that news article that talks about how I sent my Nintendo in to get fixed 50 years after I bought it.
Like a lifetime warranty. Like what happens with a lifetime warranty when the company goes belly up?
Yeah, exactly. Not like Nintendo will, but
No, not anytime soon.
No.
Jack showed off some really cool stuff as always. Look, I don't know what anyone could say about it. That Virtual Boy little flash cart thing is amazing. That thing is really cool.
Oh yeah, no, and that's exactly what I said too. I thought it looked really cool. I thought it was a cool little invention. I just wish it wasn't wasted on the Virtual Boy.
Now that could be funny. We'll see though.
No justice, no peace.
No justice for Jack. Yes, I saw that too. No, we love everybody truly. No, that little flashcard thing, and what I love about that flashcard thing is he was talking about with the Eink. So, like, it basically just looks like a Virtual Boy cart to have all like 28 non-homebrew games on it.
Yeah, basically. So. And that's why I was kind of like, that would be a cool cartridge to have, like a Super Nintendo cartridge, because you know how like there are some people who do like a 6-in-1, 12-in-1, or whatever it is.
Oh
like, yeah. So just do that with another console cartridge and with the E-Ink and all that, and I think it would be really cool.
I used to have a. I don't have it anymore. I used to have a an NES cartridge that someone made with an LCD screen in it where the label would be,
Ooh.
and you just plug it in, and it just cycled through labels. That's all it really did. It was just a display.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I think I gave it away to someone because I just had nowhere to put it.
I can't imagine why.
I had no way to put it that had power.
I see.
Really, that would be the case. But
I'm
but
glad
yeah, that's what,
I'm glad I got you something that lights up for your birthday.
no, that I all right. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Even though mine that's over there now. Oh, I'll go grab it. It's not like we're live. But you know, with that little flash card, even like the EverDrives and everything like that, you know, and we spoke about it in the past. I'm sure we'll speak about it again in the future with the whole ROMs and everything like that. Even me right now, I kind of came across something. What was it? I was doing, which we're going to probably have to do another Kickstarter episode soon.
Oh,
got enough of those under my belt. But it was a game I backed. Can't remember the name of it right now. I'll get it before the end of the episode. It's like a Zelda-like game, coming out for Game Boy. And it was the first time I saw this. One of the rewards would be the game, because a lot of times when they do games on Kickstarter, you can just get the ROM. Like, you don't get the full physical version. You just get the ROM. And, you know, there's like 2 or 3 different versions, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like 2 or 3 different ROM emulators to use.
Okay.
But this is the first time I saw this available for the analog pocket. Because the analog will play certain types of ROMs. Like you can't just dump it into there. But like these new games, it's like a dot analog. And I kind of sat there and I was thinking to myself, gee, I wonder if I should do that, you know, instead of getting the whole physical cart, because now I have the ability with the analog. So of course I back the cart, but, you know, seeing that like with the flash drive though, with the Virtual Boy, also gives me a reason to break it out. That is one of the few things I actually still don't have a place for right now.
Okay.
I mean, I could fit it into a small cube, because you destroyed one,
Yes.
but my other one that's working, I still need to find a place to find. But Jack always breaking out the cool stuff.
Yeah, he always shows off the cool stuff. And in terms of the Virtual Boy not finding a space for it, might I suggest the trash?
Wow. You know, again, folks, it's really from the heart with him. This is what the problem is. Again, I'll harken back to that. It was like 1995 or 1996. I love telling the story.
I know, and I love it when you tell the story too, because it was literally what happened. Because I was there.
It's the God honest truth. So I remember for months waiting for the Virtual Boy. I can't remember if I bought it separate. If my parents bought it separately. No, I probably bought it with my own money. Or Christmas, but I had it in the box. I got it. I loved it. I truly love it. Like, Aunt, when I come over, I'm going to bring the Virtual Boy. Check it out. And you were game.
I'm always game. I'm always game.
So I bring it over in its box. He's like, all right, let me check out this portable system. I'm like, all right, let me set it up first. So there I am, putting it on its legs, on this portable system, as we all know what it is now, and set it up on the thing. And I boot it up. I stick my head into the visor, and I'm playing whatever I play. And then Aunt goes to play. I can't remember which game it was. It was probably Mario Clash.
I think it was Mario. Was
that either Clash or tennis? Actually, may have been tennis.
I think it was tennis.
I think tennis was the Pacman game.
Yes.
And probably gave it a good, I don't know. I think you had just gotten through the menu, I assume, because I can't see what you're looking at. You weren't in there that long.
No.
When you pop your head out.
I gave it a good, I would say I gave it a good 60 seconds. Like I actually started to play the tennis part of it.
When you poke your head out and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. Did you even see the 3D? I don't think you saw the 3D.
Well, I believe my response was, I can't really see the 3D. And if that is the 3D I'm seeing, it's terrible.
Because you wore glasses back then.
I did wear glasses back then.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop me from seeing 3D.
Well, I don't know, because I remember the box or the instructions on the Virtual Boy said like 10% of 10% of the population can't see 3D. So I'm like, oh, maybe you fell into this
Well, that would
pot.
not be the case because I've been to a 3D movie before and I could see 3D. So
maybe without glasses. But in any event,
yes.
So yeah, so when Ant truly says these things about the Virtual Boy, they are from the heart.
Oh no, they absolutely are.
And which I find hysterical.
It is absolutely awful. And you know, I tease you because I care.
He tasks me. He tasks me.
I do. But you know, in all seriousness, I mean, there are plenty of other consoles out there that were duds. Not just the Virtual Boy. There were other ones out there that did not hit their mark. I was like, but the Virtual Boy is by far and away the best worst console ever.
You know what? That's the first and only time you'll ever hear him in the same sentence use the word best and Virtual Boy. Those three words in that sentence. So you know what? I'm going to take that.
You take that compliment. Best worst console of all time.
I'm running with it. So. So yeah. So bottom line, Jack, and I got to figure out where I got to get that link because I think I would definitely be interested in that thing.
No question. I can't imagine you not owning that.
And then shooting over to Rich and a wonderful topic that he had last week. Couch versus online co-op.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that answer for anyone may have changed. May have been one answer in 2019, changed in late 2020, and then now maybe changed again.
Basically, yeah.
You know what? It's weird. Like with couch co-op, I think it's nice every now and again to have the couch co-op because then you actually have someone coming over and playing the game. But I think nowadays, and this might be just more age, like where we are, with work and everything and where we live. Obviously, you mentioned it last week.
Yep.
When you first moved out to LA, kind of the saving grace to keep us all linked at that time was Left 4 Dead and the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Because we would all sync up, even though majority of us were over here on the East Coast. I don't. It's nowadays though, with the way online play is, with the way online chat is, and honestly with our society that is basically almost virtual to this point where we're like right there with Wally. We're right there.
Well, no, we're not there with Wally yet. We're a little more like that. We're heading towards Ready Player One.
Maybe like, ooh, I'll take that.
We're heading towards there.
But that's like a Virtual Boy.
Yeah, I know. That's why society is doomed.
I feel like now, today's day and age, I feel online co-op is almost has the same feel as couch co-op in a weird way. I know that sounds odd.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely plays like it. You're just not in the same room. But
correct, but
there's still something to the tangibility, if that's a word, of everybody being in the room together, because there's just the camaraderie and the competition and all that stuff. And like I said, it was like, ordering pizza and just laughing and joking and doing all of that in person. And like there's a bigger sense of togetherness to me with that.
You're exactly. I agree with you 100% because before the pandemic, one of the last things I did was went out to Game On like late at night and basically had like a party night. I think we hooked up some Friday the 13th, played 4 players, and that's where I started, with the competition, beating a lot of games that night, So yes, I had that feel then. And then, the pandemic hit and that is what it was. But like now, like when I play PUBG with some of the guys, again, I got the headset on and I think, again, just, with Facebook and Instagram, Meta, and Instagram and everything. That's why I said like nowadays it's starting to meld between the two. But nevertheless, every now and again, you're right. Couch co-op just kind of makes us feel like a kid again.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. And I wish there were more opportunities to do couch co-op, but I'm 3,000 miles away. So
that is, yes. Well, that is your fault. even though I might see you next year. So
Yeah, I can tell you why.
Wow. There's gonna be a few of us probably.
I live in a 1-bedroom. No. I don't share.
So, no, that's okay. We'll be good to go. So yeah, again, wonderful topics, and with you guys, like I said, you delivered on 2 wonderful episodes. So that's basically my 2 cents, just kind of to bring all that back up to speed here.
All right, cool. Well, then your 2 cents are noted.
Yes.
Let us move on.
So since I've been back from Dallas, I gotten a few gaming stuff between shipments and just experience. Before I left for Dallas that day, which would have been my birthday actually, I had gotten in the mail the Analog Pocket dock.
Yes. Okay.
Which I have over there.
It's docked.
We're waiting for it for. Yeah, it is right now. It's a small little unit, metal, which is pretty interesting.
Okay.
It's got some good thing to it. So I hooked that up. I'm like, sweet, now I can play these games on the TV, and as gorgeous as they are on the Pocket, they look awesome on television as well. Like even better than a Super Game Boy.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
Or a Game Boy Player, if those of you have it hooked up on the GameCube. But I, of course, nothing ever goes right 100% of the time. I had ordered ahead of time a wired controller for the analog dock, because you still need a physical controller to play. And I ordered an 8-bit do wired Pro 2 controller. A lot of people say the Pro 2 is really good. You can use it for the Switch. You can use it for Windows. But it was a wired. I wanted a wired one specifically because I kind of got bit in the butt with wireless controllers.
Okay.
Even on the analogs, and not even Bluetooth, but like 2.4 gigahertz ones.
Okay.
It was just weird. They weren't connecting properly, which I just found out recently. And Jack could probably back me up on this, or Aaron, or anyone else who's listening. I think because my router is literally next to the game systems, the Wi-Fi screws up the 2.4 gigahertz. That thing. And it kind of makes sense to me. Because Wi-Fi is 2.4 or 5.
Okay.
So I wanted to wire.
If that's what you think the problem is, then fine.
No, I didn't. No.
Ask Jack though. Jack will know.
Well, when he comes back in 6 months, we can ask him.
All right, sounds good.
Just someone remind me.
Just send him a message. He'll just message back immediately and be like, "Yeah, you're dumb."
Wow. Maybe he will say that. Where's my justice?
He never says that. You never get justice on this show.
Gosh darn it. So the wired controller, so I plug it in, and the controller on the bottom has lights on it, kind of like, basically like every wireless controller we've had since the PlayStation 3. And the player 2, like 2 lights light up, meaning player 2. So I'm like, all right, that's interesting. It's a USB plug. There's 2 USB ports on the back of the dock. So I'm like, okay, why is this not connecting? And it just kept blinking. 2. So, and it's not responding. So now I'm like, literally, I'm getting ready to leave my house in like 20 minutes, to go to my parents, because that's where I was flying out of JFK. So I stopped off there. So I'm like, oh, great. I can't use this right now. So guess what I was thinking about for 6 days while I was down in Texas.
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with my analog controller?
I'm trying to troubleshoot it without using it now. To the point where I'm like, you know what? Let me just solve the problem. So I went to Amazon. I said, the controller doesn't work. Send me a replacement. So they sent a replacement.
That got there before you got home, I'm sure.
Of course. It was just sitting there.
Of course.
So I got the replacement. I plugged that in. That wasn't working.
Okay, so this is definitely user error.
It's either user error or I'm just not. The thing's updated, so I don't know what the hell's going on. So finally, I'm like, all right, screw it. Return that one, and I ended up ordering the wireless Pro 2 controller, which I have right here.
And
this works like a charm.
Okay.
So I should have went with it in the beginning.
Should have bought that first. But all right. But look, trial and error. And you know what? I have to say, I'm very proud of you for actually returning something and not throwing it in the trash like you normally do.
I learned my lesson. I did.
Yes.
So it was a replacement and then a full refund. So
Yeah, so like you did too. I like literally like that's a huge step for you.
and it's weird because there's so many buttons on this controller, and I
Oh,
only need these two.
yeah. Why do they give you so many buttons?
Again, you can use it for what?
Yeah. No. We use it for our other consoles.
The Switch. You can use it for the Switch and everything.
Oh, okay.
There's even like the home button and stuff like that. But then there's these weird ones on the back.
Yeah, I just saw those and I was like,
they're like, yeah.
I've never seen.
Shifters.
Well, wait. On the top, do you have like a L1, L2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have 4 up there. Oh, so that's weird. It's like the Z button on the
really
64. Is. Like you got 2 Z buttons.
And of course, L3 and R3.
Of course.
So a major overkill of a controller, really, for 2 buttons that I need for Game Boy and Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance.
If it works, it works, man.
By golly, it works. Thank God. And
that's all that matters.
The pocket is looking chef's kiss, beautiful.
Good.
So that's good to go.
Excellent.
What else came in while I was gone? This.
What else?
The Evercade. Yes, Ant, the Evercade, the wonderful gift that you got me for Christmas that I'm going to be spending way more money on now.
Of course.
Evercade renovations.
Ooh, and what is on 12 games? Ooh.
12 games and 12 really good games as well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is real quick to make this really nice. I am going to share my screen.
Ooh, we're doing screen share.
Yes, might as well. I'm surprised people haven't called us out on it before.
Tell me about it. All right, let's show some pretty pictures.
All right, there we go. So this is it. The Evercade. They're all $20, so that's no mystery.
Is this the website you bought it from?
I did actually. Castlemania Games. I love Castlemania Games.
All right, very cool.
What's cool about Castlemania Games is when you order stuff, you get a rewards program.
Oh, nice.
And so you get points. And so basically, I had enough points that all I paid for was shipping.
Okay.
On this, cool. I got $20 off. So the game comes with.
Okay.
I'm gonna mispronounce this. Arcus Odyssey. Nice little screen grab there. I'm gonna talk about some really interesting ones here in a moment. Beast Wrestler.
Ooh.
Haven't tried that one yet. Dino Land, which is a pinball game.
Nice.
All right. So here's an intro. El Viento.
El Viento.
El Viento. What do we got next? Exile.
Okay.
Seems like an interesting RPG. Final Zone. Ooh. Which is deemed a shoot 'em up, but it's a very weird shoot 'em up.
It's a 3/4 shoot 'em up.
Oh, yeah, no, kind of, sort of. No. You control this mech. Yeah, you have this mech that basically walks around the city.
That's very.
And you're trying to destroy stuff.
Looks very Smash TV.
But kind of, sort of. Yeah. All right, here we go. This is why I love this collection.
Guy Aries. Yep.
Guy Aries. So I had Guy Aries on pre-order. There's a physical edition coming out, which was cool. Don't get me wrong, for Genesis, awesome. Yep. And it was like $60, which again, great price for what it is. It was coming with a Guy Aries t-shirt, like the original one did, some other things in the cartridge. And this is what's cool about this Evercade thing. And really, Ann, I suggest for you and for anyone to pick it up because you get a game like Guy Aries, which is $60 right now. The original one, God only knows how much the original goes for. On the Genesis.
Oh, who knows?
And here it is, part of a 12-pack for $20, and it plays smooth.
Okay.
That's what's great. This Evercade runs so smoothly, it's ridiculous.
Actually, Guy Aries, I would have expected it to be more money. Right, like just eBay prices between 65 and 100.
Okay, well let's go with the high end with 100. Probably because of the re-release now.
Well, somebody's got a complete in box on eBay for 200.
No, let's go with that. That's the whole idea. This is the point I'm getting at. So let's say you're a collector, right? You're just under a collector. So, all right, $200 for Guy Aries. All right. Keep that in mind. Then we got this Granada, another interesting shoot 'em up.
Very nice.
Then you got this one, Soldice, which was a pack-in game for the Sega CD. I actually have a copy. On the Sega CD, it was called Soul Feast.
Soul Feast, yep.
Same game, they just renamed it.
Yep.
I think I paid maybe like $80-something at the time.
Wow.
for Soul Feast. Yeah. So again, who knows how much was a packing game? So, but that can go for some good amount of money, right? So say you wanted those 2 games. So right there, we're at like, let's just say $300.
$300.
Okay. Now there's still some more games in here, and I'm not sure how much some of these other games are, but if you just add them up, let's just say they're like $20 to $50 each.
Okay.
Treza, which is an RPG.
Treza. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then you got you got 2 Valis games.
Oh,
on here,
Valis!
Great series.
Wow. Okay, cool.
The Phantom Soldier.
Phantasm Soldier.
Or the Phantasm. That's how you spell it?
Yeah, Phantasm.
Okay.
Well, the horror movie starts with a PH.
That's what confused me.
That's what.
And then Valis 3. And these I believe are more like the console versions.
Yeah.
They might be the PC Engine versions, but I think that's the other collection.
Very cool.
And then that's what it is. And the Valis games can go for a good amount of money, especially if they're the PC Engine version. So, all right, let alone 2 games on here, one of which I already own, one of which I had on pre-order, already at like $300 for a collector if you didn't have it.
Right.
If you're not worried about having the original, $20.
$20.
You get 10 other games on top of that. And again, the system is a beaut, Clark. So, I can't say enough that this is turning into my favorite system I have right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
The Evercade. So,
yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, no, the Evercade is definitely something I've been looking at. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it because I just take more time than you do when I shop. But yeah, like the Evercade I'm interested in. And then I forgot the name of the other console that came out, the one with like 40 games in one. The not the Spectrum.
Oh, the Amiga 500.
The Amiga 500. Like I want to get my hands on that too.
Oh, it is on pre-order right now on Amazon for $140.
You know what? I might have pre-ordered that.
I did too. Luckily, I got a lot of gift cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might have actually pre-ordered that. I gotta look, but
I think it's coming out in May. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it comes out next month, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, so Evercade's definitely on my list. It's definitely on my list.
Evercade, and here's the other thing I learned about Evercade as well. As I stop sharing the screen, Evercade has a secret section. It's not. I mean, the section is not secret. It's called secret. It's right on the menu.
Okay.
But when you go to it, you put in a code, but you don't get codes anywhere. Like there's nothing that stands out to you. You got to look them up. And depending on the cartridge you have in the game, depending if there is no cartridge in the game, if you put a code in, it unlocks other games.
Oh.
So I'm nothing so far that's like, nothing that I remember.
Right.
Some of them may even be homebrews. Okay. But still, just it unlocks stuff. And there's something else which I want to mention, but I really want to keep the secret for people who find it. Okay. But there's a secret in the credits, because there's a credits portion that, obviously it's credits of who made the system.
Yep.
And it's very time consuming. But if you get through it,
they give you
it is one of the best secrets that I have ever seen.
Oh, okay.
It is phenomenal. So,
well, you just gave it away. So anybody listening or watching who has an Evercade, watch those credits. Or I don't know, maybe go online and find out what it is.
I hope no, because it says don't share this with anyone. So hopefully people who found it don't know about it, or at least when I looked it up, they didn't say what it was. Just you have to go watch through the credits. And when you think you're there, you're not there. Okay. So I'll just leave it at that.
All right. That's really cool. That's very cool.
And then finally, it was a cool update over the Evercade that one of our listeners told me about. When you update the system on the Evercade Versus, now they're doing monthly indie games for free.
Oh, that's
so cool. Every month you update the system, you get a free game to play for that month. And then what happens is, because a couple months will release 2 of them, at the end of the year, they'll throw them onto a cartridge that you could buy.
Okay.
So, but these are like full playable games. So you really get a lot out of the Evercade. I gotta be honest.
No, it sounds like it. And, it was one of the systems we kept an eye on for a while because it looked like it was going to be solid. And
I had it.
Yep.
I had the handheld system on pre-order, then I canceled it.
Yep.
Then I had the Founders Edition Versus on order, that nice black version. Yep. Then I canceled that. Yep. So trust me, I know that's why I was so happy. So definitely.
Well, and you can always go back and get the handheld version and play all these games as well if you want.
I could.
Yeah.
and the handheld version also doubles as a controller.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So there is a you
So,
can still go back and do that if you wanted to, which is cool.
Other than that, yeah, and since I've been back and since I've been off for the last couple of weeks, that was really about it. The last couple of days, I've been on a real I've been on a Gradius kick.
Okay.
Because I watched there's a solid 57-minute biography on Gradius that someone made themselves.
That's kind of cool.
It was very entertaining.
Like they did it themselves, like in front of a camera type of thing, or did they actually film a documentary about Gradius?
No. It's just someone on YouTube throwing together video game clips and just talking about the history of the games. That's why I'm like, this person did it out of love.
That's really cool.
And that made me want to go back and playing all the Gradius games and everything, Life Force, Nemesis, Salamander. So yeah, that's basically, and that's my life wrapped up in the last 2 weeks.
Well, that's wonderful, and thank you for that nice little wrap up. On my end, just before we talk about other things, I also did a little bit of shopping. I'm going to say a little bit. I do mean a little. And one is an update. So I got an email from Limited Run Games. They have shipped out My Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh my God. How long ago did you order that?
I ordered that last June, I believe.
Nice.
June or July.
In my world.
And contrary to what they had requested, they had asked me to update my shipping address because when I ordered it, I was living with my friend in where he lives in California. Because I had just moved back, and that's when the pre-order went up. So they sent me an email and said, "Update your address if you need to." So I did. Where did they ship it to? It's on the way to
Florida.
His house. No, not ship it to Florida. It's on the way. It's on the way to his house.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah, so I have to shoot him a message and be like, "Hey, there's going to be a package coming for me. It's the Zelda, it's the Micro Zelda all over.
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch. Thank you.
You're really going to need to start paying him. It's basically now a PO box.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, his place is a PO box, and you know what? It'll remain that way. So there's that. And I did put a $5 pre-order down for the Steam Deck.
Did you really? Wait a minute now. Hold on.
I did.
The Steam Deck. Why the Steam Deck? This is unlike you.
Yeah, it's very unlike me. Doing the research and looking at what I have purchased on Steam, I know that my biggest issue with playing everything that I bought on Steam is because I don't sit at my computer desk to play games anymore, right?
Okay.
The Steam Deck affords me the ability to play them like a console. And so, and I have all of these games that I want to play. I just bought another Humble Bundle. And this was a board game Humble Bundle.
Ooh.
So
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, it was like 19 board games for $25. And most of those board games, I have the physical version, so I know how fun they are.
Mm-hmm.
So so I bought them on Steam, and I'm like, but I don't really sit here and play. So I put the pre-order down for it. I'm not 100% I'm going to keep it, but from the way the system looks and the people who have it and review it and everything like that, it looks like a solid system. So I may ride that one out and get it.
That is interesting. Okay.
It is. It's very interesting. So put that down, and then I also back to Kickstarter, Larry. Like I'm turning into you.
What is going on? Who are you? What happened the last 2 weeks?
Well, you left and somebody had to fill in. You know, somebody had to spend money, so it had to be me. So don't die.
Oh my God.
Don't die. So I'm going to share my screen, but I decided to back the Dead by Daylight board game.
They're making a board game now? Are you serious?
So Dead by Daylight is a survival horror multiplayer game that no joke. I think I played it for 2 or 3 straight years with friends. I still play it now.
Really have.
Yeah, I still play it now, but I don't play it as much. But absolutely, like, love the game. Game got me through the pandemic. It definitely did. But what they announced, yeah, so they announced that they were doing a board game to put it up on Kickstarter, and it's being made by Level 99 Games. And Level 99 Games, they make really good quality board games.
Okay.
So it's they were trying to get 250,000.
God,
They
yeah.
hit over 800, so it's definitely getting made.
3 days ago.
Yep, it's 3 to 5 players, and it's all the original
Look at that.
all the original characters from the game, Killer and Survivor. So and then they had yeah, you can see like, and then they have 2 different boards. They have all the player cards, the hooks that you get hooked on.
That's what I was looking at. I was looking at the hooks.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It takes about 45 minutes to play, according to this.
Okay.
And then, they tell you, the goal in the game and everything like that. So if you buy the standard edition for $49, you get 7 survivors and 6 killers. And
all unpainted.
Yeah, all unpainted. And each killer has its own special ability. Well, what bums me out is that they are unpainted, because like when they show you the image up top, they're painted characters. And I'm like, I want the painted characters.
Oh, you mean like not even? All right, well, because that's standard edition, so I got to imagine there's a different version. I thought that one would be.
There are different versions. So for $49, you get 7 survivors, 6 killers. Okay, and then you get all the player boards and you get a double-sided game board for the levels that you play on, because there are different levels that you play on, and then all the cards and all that stuff.
Yeah,
all the extra things. Now the collector's edition comes for $99. You get 17 survivors.
Oh, interesting.
So you get basically every original survivor they've created for the game, almost to date. And this also says minis not shown are in development. They will be revealed at a later date, but it looks like everybody's here. And then you get 16 killer minis. Oh, so you got 16 different killers. So they haven't shown off these killers yet, but they are being created. You get the hooks to hook people on, you get the generators to fix, you get all the player boards, all that stuff for $100. So yeah, so really, really cool. And honestly, that's it. That's all that it is. There are no so it's like you just buy those. There are no what do you call those when you hit certain levels? Like it adds stuff
stretch
to
goals.
Yeah, there are no stretch goals to it. It just is what it is. And it's definitely getting made. So the Kickstarter ends on Thursday, April 21st. So if anybody is interested, they love Dead by Daylight, go check out the Kickstarter. So I actually did back the $99 one too, because I
figured it worth it. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I want all of it. And yeah, and also the cool thing about it too is that it's 3 to 5 players, but one person has to play as the killer. So somebody gets to be the killer, and then the other one's the survivor. So just a fun dynamic. Yeah, really fun dynamic. So looking forward to that.
I know this is off the top of your head, do you even have any physical board games based on video games?
Have I bought any of those? I don't think so, because like they had come out with like they came out with like a centipede board game. I remember seeing, and I never bought it though. I don't think I have any. Well, no, I'm lying. I have the Oregon Trail board game.
Awesome.
I do, and you know what? It's a lot of fun. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a co-op game. I've died of dysentery many times playing it. It's actually a lot of fun.
I keep seeing it advertised. I think it's new. I think a new Tetris board game is coming from Tetris.
Oh, really?
From the official company. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think like people get like 4 boards, like plastic, almost like a Connect 4 type thing, and you draw a card, and I guess you drop pieces in and do what you got to do.
Oh yeah, look at that! I'm looking at it right now. They have it at Target.
Oh, okay. So it's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. It's only $20.
There you go.
Interesting. Oh, looks like I'm buying Tetris.
And on a
again,
just real quick on a side note with Kickstarters, before I forget, the game that I was backing, I was talking about before, is Glory Hunters.
Ah, very nice.
I've been told a Legend of Zelda game with achievements.
Ooh,
whatever that means.
I like that. And then I did purchase something else.
Ooh, okay.
But I am going to reserve that for next week.
Oh, what? A cliffhanger?
I'm giving you a cliffhanger next week.
Did you buy Cliffhanger for Super Nintendo?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because that was a terrible movie. Terrible movie.
All right.
But I do have something on the way, and I think it's arriving Thursday or Friday, I think.
All right, we'll check that out.
And hopefully I'll have Zombies Ate My Neighbors by then.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. A friend of ours, Glenn, who I saw over the weekend, he was representing the Retro Gamers podcast.
Nice.
So anyone who might have ordered House of Glory on Fight TV would have saw us in the front row in his bright orange shirt.
Nice.
With the Retro Gamers. I think he mentioned, because he also backed Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, nice.
And at the time on Saturday or Friday, he was like, I don't know when it's shipping. I'm like, you'll get it.
Well, what's funny is like I went on, this seems to always happen to me. I went on the website to make sure, because I was like, I haven't heard from them in a while. I went on the website to make sure that they had the right address, and they had the wrong address. So then I corrected it again. And literally half an hour later, I got a shipping notice, and I'm going to the other address. And I'm like, of course. Of course, it was already like the day of when I noticed that it had the wrong address again. So yeah, but that was kind of funny. All right, so cool. So Glenn's got it. So then we can multiplayer. I think
you guys can. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have it too. I just have a digital copy.
Oh, you bought the digital copy? Okay.
I already have had it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then you're good.
I stink at it.
I love that game. It's so much fun.
Oh, speaking of stinking. You know what game I finally got to play? I forgot to mention this before. So, Game On, Retro Arcade, out on Long Island there. I went back, visited them. They had a few new machines in. First of all, I got to play Baby Pacman for the first time in God knows how long.
Nice.
God, it's such a fun game. And
it really is.
The pinball aspect and the game aspect, it was awesome.
They have that in the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas. Yep.
The only other time I ever saw Baby Pac-Man, and this was going local, was Caesar's Bay Bazaar.
Oh wow, yeah.
That was the only time over there at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep, by Chuck E. Cheese.
So that's one. And what happened?
In Chuck E. Cheese, right?
In Chuck E. Cheese, correct. Yeah. Right next to the ball pit. Mm-hmm. Chuck E. Cheese, fun fact, founded by the guy from Atari.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
He's the reason why we all spread our germs in the ball pit.
That ball pit. Ooh. Forget about it.
Jeez.
Number 2 is I tried 4 times. 4 times I tried to get the high score on Ms. Pac-Man.
I saw that.
But it's a normal original cabinet.
Oh, it's not fast.
It's a slow cabinet. And the high score is only 144,000. It's not even that much.
Oh, that's doable.
I mean, it's doable, yes, but not on this cabinet.
Not on the slow.
I couldn't deal with it. It was so slow. I tried 4 times. I think I posted the high score. I forgot what it was.
I think you were at like 80 or 90, like 80 or 88 or 90 or
didn't even break 100,000.
No, you did not.
Didn't even break 100.
No. Yeah, which means that do they reset the high scores every day?
No, I think most, if not all the cabinets have like a memory upgrade in them, so it saves.
Cool. All right, good. So
plus, they have it on a board.
I guess I need to go to Game On and erase your high score.
They do have. Well, I don't have the high score. Your high score is still on my machine.
I know, and I'm very proud of that.
So this is the part I wanted to get at. So they also got in 2 arcade machines I've never seen before, but new or out in the wild. Superman.
Nice.
And Batman.
Yes, I saw your pictures.
Superman, awesome game.
Yep.
Very fun. Batman, steaming pile of garbage.
Really?
I did not like playing Batman.
Did you drive? Was it a Batmobile driving thing, or was it more a side-scrolling beat 'em up?
I was still in the chemical plant trying to get Jack Napier into the vat.
I'm just going to share my screen really quickly just to show it off. Yeah. So
that's it. Yeah. And a gorgeous cabinet. Don't get me wrong.
Look, actual movie stills.
Yeah.
Great.
Beautiful cabinet. And folks, don't worry about saying, "Oh, that's an old movie." He's coming back. Michael Keaton.
Yes, he is.
Really good as Batman. But I just did not enjoy playing this game. And I don't know if have you ever even played Batman or Superman? Like, have you seen his? I've never seen his cabinets before.
I have never played either of these. Where's the there's the Superman one?
There it is. Yeah, Superman.
So really, really cool.
Superman's 2-player co-op.
I was gonna say the Superman one looks kind of fun.
Superman's a basic kind of just beat 'em up.
Yeah.
So, which is really cool.
Well,
But yeah,
what was so complicated about Batman? I mean,
not.
wouldn't that be a basic beat 'em up as well?
I wouldn't say complicated. Maybe I'm not used to the game or something like that. I
Hmm.
mean, the graphics are beautiful for a game from
Yeah.
'89 or '90 or whenever it came out. So don't get me wrong on that. Very
Hmm.
animated. I just wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah.
Like the
By the
weapon
way,
system.
here's your high score on Miss Pac-Man. You
Oh, that's what it was.
68,000.
Third place.
Third place.
Third place. I tried.
I
I
can beat
can't.
that.
I can't. Now on slow mode, I'd like to see you try.
Yeah, I know slow mode is a bit more problematic. It's the reason why
Very tough.
I won't buy the countertop Miss Pac-Man, because you told me
Mm.
I can't update the firmware in it to make it fast.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I don't have Miss Pac-Man,
So
because I
just get
would.
a full
I know, but then
get
I
a full
gotta.
standing machine.
Well, I know, but then I gotta pay full price for the big giant one, and where am I gonna
Hey,
put
X Men
it?
was $200 off.
Yes, I know, and oh, was I tempted? Oh man, I kept staring at it, and I'm like, give me a reason to justify. Just give me one reason to justify purchase of this, and I'll buy it. I swear. And my head was just like, no.
So yeah, so my
go buy
unpopular.
your stupid humble bundle for $20.
There you go, and spend even more money for a Steam Deck.
Maybe.
There's different versions of Steam Decks, right?
Yeah, there are two. So, and I did.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay.
Well, there may be more than two. I went with the higher memory one.
Good for you.
But again, I only put down $5 and I can cancel it whenever, because what they do is you put the $5 down. They tell you when it's in stock, and like when you're next, basically, and you have like 5 or 7 days to order it. So you can say no. Yeah. So that's why I said for $5, I'll put it down and then I'll debate it when it's available to me. So no harm, no foul.
Now you got me looking it up.
Yeah. It doesn't, yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt because I can always say no later. But if I don't do the pre-order, right, then who knows when I would have an opportunity to get it.
True.
So at least now I know that at some point they'll just reach out to me and say it's available if you want it. Okay.
All right.
Works for me. Yeah.
I don't even have any games on Steam. Whatever.
You should start getting games on Steam and then we can play.
I should.
Yeah. That would be the easiest thing for us to do to live stream.
That's true. Because I'm sure it's built into the Steam Deck. So
exactly. So yeah. Oh, and then one other thing I wanted to bring up also, and it's current gaming, it's not retro gaming, but I have been completely hooked on Ghost of Tsushima on my PS5.
Really?
Holy
You've talked about
cow.
it before.
I talked about it before, and I was playing a little at a time. I was like doing like a little half hour here, half hour there, whatever it is. Marathon running through it now. Holy cow. Like wow. The game is unbelievable and probably one of the most gorgeous games I have ever played. Like I'm stopping places to take screenshots because I'm like, wow, I go, this looks better than the real world. Okay. I want to live.
Well, is that even possible?
Yeah. It's like, I want to live in feudal Japan and be this samurai guy. But no. Seriously though, like the game is unbelievable. If you have not played it, I highly recommend it. I just heard that they're working on a movie. Based.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
interesting.
I heard they're working on a movie based on the game.
Okay.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that because the story is actually really, really good. It's a really good story. A lot of side thing. I think I'm like 35 or 36 hours in now. And still going.
Guess your shoulder's feeling better.
There's a reason why I've been icing it more lately. But no, shoulders feeling bad. Look, I'm wearing a t-shirt.
This is true. Yeah,
yeah. No button down shirt. But yeah, no, absolutely beautiful game, and probably by far the best game I've played on the PS5.
Wow,
it was a PS4 game.
Okay,
but the PS5 version is just absolutely.
Of course, it'll be beautiful.
So so I highly recommend it. And last month, the Legends mode was one of the free downloads for
which I have
for PlayStation Plus. Which, by the way, obviously it's better to play the game first so you understand the mechanics, like the fighting mechanics with the controller, because they're very complicated.
Ooh,
like you have to battle certain enemies with a certain fighting stance, and
really?
there's a lot of
Okay.
it's like it's great that they're offering it to everybody, but unless there's like, I don't know, maybe there is a practice mode that'll teach you how to play. It's very complicated because it's one of those games where it's like, as you're going through it, you're learning new things. So you're learning one new thing at a time. So it's easy to memorize it that way.
I got
Whereas like in Legends mode, like it may just dump you in where it's like, okay, you have all this stuff to use. And it's like, well, wait, what do I do? So so I hope there's a practice mode in the Legends mode, but I'm not sure because I haven't played it. I'm too busy.
I got
single player story mode. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. I highly recommend it. Absolutely phenomenal game.
All right, cool.
Yep. So I'm just plowing through it.
I haven't played anything modern. I still haven't downloaded Kirby yet, so I'm waiting on that.
Yeah.
But, all right, cool.
That's it for my modern stuff. Like I still want to go back to I started Final Fantasy IX on the Switch.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I downloaded it when I was traveling late last year. But then my Switch usually is just mostly for traveling. Like that's when I play it the most.
Yeah.
So I want to go back. Like after I finish Ghost, I'd like to go back and finish Final Fantasy IX, which I was enjoying too. So
okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds cool. Yeah. And all right. Yeah, I mean that's, unless you got anything else, that's pretty much.
I got a couple of quick news bits and a retro birthday.
Let's roll with it.
All right. So we have where was this? This is a 15th retro birthday. So 15 years ago, we were graced with the presence of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl for the Nintendo DS. So for you Pokemon fans out there, April 22nd, 2007.
I still wish I got in on that on ground floor.
What, Pokemon?
I never got into it. I mean, it's a good game, but
I do too. Which still like every time I see something about Pokemon, it just reminds me I need to get the new Pokemon Snap. Because I actually was reading a top 10 Pokemon game list recently online, just for fun. And they had new Pokemon Snap on there, and I was like, okay. So interesting. Couple other things to throw out there. This news is a little bit older, but you weren't here for a couple weeks, and I didn't get to usually go through the news as much as I do. But you'll like this one. SNK, remember the company SNK?
Oh, love SNK. Yeah.
They are releasing, or have already released, I think at this point it's probably already released. They released a retro game from the Neo Geo Pocket Color on the Nintendo Switch, and it is Big Bang Pro Wrestling. You can get it in the eShop, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's just it's a wrestling game. Big Bang Pro Wrestling, 10 fighters to choose from, including fledgling newbies, masked wrestlers, and hulking heavyweights. You can change up the rules with exciting modes like Coffin Deathmatch.
It's an indie. It's an indie Japanese game. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's an indie game. So but SNK put it out. It's available on the Switch.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, so go check that out. I figured you would like that.
Those games are also cool, like the ones they put out for Neo Geo Pocket, because it looks like a Neo Geo Pocket game, so it has the border of the system and everything. Because I got the two front missions for it, not front missions. The hell, Metal Slug.
Okay.
So all right. Oh,
so there's that. And then the only other thing I wanted to bring up was recently, Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time book series. Okay. They got a TV series on I think it's on Amazon Prime Video. And I binged it in like 2 days. I thought it was great. It's like, I think it's 8 episodes. Okay. It's only 8 episodes, but still, like, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And the reason why I am bringing it up is because Night Dive Studios has announced that they've remastered the Wheel of Time game that was created for the PC back in 1999.
Interesting.
And I had no idea Wheel of Time had a game.
Yeah, right.
Originally developed by Legend Entertainment in 1999. It's a fantasy-themed first-person shooter that takes place 150 years before the events of the book series that Robert Jordan put out. Yeah, and this series is and Robert Jordan's been putting this series out, like it's basically been his entire career, the Wheel of Time series. And I don't know if they're like 13, 14 books at this point. Like it's
Oh
like
wow.
just a continuing story. So so yeah, so it's very, very interesting. And I also thought it was interesting too, because it's a fantasy show, like this magic and all this type of stuff, but this is a first person shooter. So I just thought that was interesting. So you're shooting you're basically shooting magical things. It's not guns or anything like that. So you're shooting spells and things like that. So I just thought that was interesting. So that they're remastering it. I'm not sure exactly what it's coming out on. It might just be coming out on PC, but the article I'm reading doesn't exactly say. On GOG. They're putting it on GOG, which means it's PC. Yeah. Actually, is it already out? Oh, wait, this is the original one. The original one you can buy on GOG right now for $10. Whenever the remaster comes out, it'll be really interesting to see. So
that's cool.
So yeah, for those anybody out there who played Wheel of Time on your PC, you're gonna get a remastered version. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I like seeing those remastered versions of stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, kind of a slow news week, I guess. I didn't really find anything monumental to bring up on the news front. Now, I always feel like this time of year too, it always seems to be a little bit quiet. Like even with retro birthdays and stuff like that. Yeah. Usually, like when we get towards the summer, it starts to pick up, and then obviously when we get to the fall, when it comes to holidays and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
I did have a wonderful conversation with somebody yesterday about the Sears catalog, though. Which just popped up out of nowhere.
Wow, the old one?
Yeah, the good old
Oh my god,
good old Sears catalog Christmas. Circling the things you wanted and stuff like that. Yeah, it was awesome.
And and all the kids stuff was on the back of the book.
Yep.
So usually after the guns and gun cases that they sold, which I always found fun. But yeah, then they went right to the kids' stuff and the games. And you're right. They would list tons of games.
Oh, it was amazing.
Circle what you wanted. To only be able to find an original one.
Yeah, I know. I really wish there was some place you can look them up and find one, because it's impossible to be. eBay.
What is that? The Wish Book.
eBay. The Wish Book, 1991.
How much could that possibly be?
It's going for $35.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but yeah, you can find the Sears catalog on eBay if you really want a copy of it. So,
cool.
Like somebody has the last. Wait, what was I just doing? Somebody had the last Sears catalog up here, which was in, I guess, 1993.
That was the last one.
The last printed big.
Look at that! Yeah,
1993. So.
Oh man!
And it was spring summer too, which means it was the boring one.
Yeah, that's not
the only good one was the Christmas book. The Christmas book,
the only one that counted.
So yeah, if you really want one, you can just go on eBay.
I think I know what I'm doing.
Yep, I know you are.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's late there. But anyway, that sums it up, I think, for this week.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, yeah, this was a good kind of just getting back together episode.
Yeah, we had to ease you back in before we hit you with the hard hitting topics.
My toe in the water, so good to go.
Or you'll be drowning next week.
Forget about it. Well, next week I want to talk about some stuff. I want to talk about Sonic 2 next week.
Yes,
I want to. Yeah, because I loved it.
I will have seen it, so we can talk about it.
And the quick thing is, I loved it and it was awesome.
Cool.
But yeah, hopefully we can talk about it next week. Got some other things. And I'm gonna leave. You left a cliffhanger with whatever you bought. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna leave this for you, and actually for anyone listening and watching. If you want to chime in on the comments, we would love to read them on next week's episode. I saw a poll online, and again, something to think about. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
It had mentioned there's a rumor going around that Breath of the Wild 2. Well, the fact is Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be a terrible game. But the rumor
Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be absolutely amazing. Thank you.
The rumor is with this garbage title is if Breath of the Wild 2 might be too big for the Nintendo Switch. Which literally is too big.
Which is insane.
So I mean, talk about packing 10 pounds of garbage in a 5-pound sack. If Breath of the Wild 2
now you shouldn't talk about yourself that way.
I only use 10 and 5 pounds. If Breath of the Wild 2 launched
I'm terrible.
with with a brand new Switch hardware, would you upgrade the hardware? Now,
Yes.
neither one of us upgraded to OLED. Neither one of us upgraded to OLED. But if it was a completely different new, not talking about new gen, but just a stronger system, would you purposely upgrade? And let's assume for the fact that, well, let's even go the other way around. Say you had to.
Yep.
Would you hold off on buying Breath of the Wild 2? Something to think about.
Yep.
Something for people to chime in on. We'll talk about it next week.
Yes, we will.
All right, awesome. And with that being said, and where can they comment on said question?
Well, you guys can find us on Facebook.com/Retro Gamers Podcast, on Instagram at Retro Gamers Podcast, on Twitter at Retro Gamers Pod. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube, or you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
Yes. And with that, it is late where I am. We are filming and recording this a little late, so I am tired.
It's bedtime
so
for
I'm gonna
you.
let you go. I really am. This is terrible. I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Well, yes, you are. But I am too, so I'm actually older than you. So
you are. That's how it should be. All right. Well, Ant, great to see you again and great to talk to you.
Always great talking to you as well.
Yes. And folks, we will catch you everywhere next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.